Hey, what's up? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building. Peep Squad is in the building. Let's hit that like button. Let's share the video. Let's let our platform go all the way to the top. Let's help it go all the way to the top so we can build, baby, build. Let's build this straight up and down. So what's going on? It's Mary Jane. Please hit that like button. Please comment. Please subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, episode 12, Peaches of Tokyo. Peaches of Tokyo. I wouldn't be eating that food. Like, I'm glad NeNe and, Candy was like, yo, I don't eat raw shit. Like, you can try whatever you want to try, and it's good to be open-minded. It's good to be multicultural, too, as well. But there's just some shit I'm not going to put in my mouth. If I don't know the ingredients, I don't know how it was cooked, I don't know where it came from, I don't know what was put in it, I ain't eating it. Straight up and down. If it's still alive, I ain't eating it unless it's plant-based food that's or alive, because if you cook plant-based food, that means it is dead. So let's get it popping. So let's start off. Like, this episode was crazy. Like, NeNe was going at Tanya. It's like NeNe has not forgave Tanya for whatever. If it maybe is something off screen we don't know about, but that shade at her sunglasses, NeNe did not take that lightly, and it seems like she got something. Like, she's really perturbed with Tanya. And I don't know if she's really perturbed with Tanya or she's perturbed with the situation that's going on with her and Greg, because being a caregiver to somebody that's very sick, and then on top of that, they mean, they grouchy, they rude and shit like that. Even though they are struggling, they are going through things, it's a very difficult job. If you ever worked in hospice, it's difficult. Sometimes you have the sweetest, nicest patients, and sometimes you have the patients that will cuss you out, tell you about yourself, be mean, be ungrateful, throw things, do all types of stuff because they can't deal with what they're going through. And on top of that, sometimes the cancer affects their brains, and sometimes the medication affects the person's brains to their brain too as well, where their personality and their behavior starts to change too as well. And especially if you are an independent person and you're not dependent no more, and you're dependent on somebody, you can really start treating people like shit, in your circle. So it seems like that is what's going on. I'm like, shit. And so NeNe's just like, yo, listen, we're going to have to do this. NeNe was like, yo, so I don't know if NeNe's kind of taking out her anger towards Greg and the situation that she's going through on Tanya, but she was really like throwing shade at Tanya, especially like when she read her fortune, was like, maybe you'll marry somebody else. I was like, shit. Is there something that we don't know about Paul? Maybe there's some scoop, there's some information on Paul that none of us have no idea, or maybe we do. I'm just like, damn. And then you got Eva. She wants to know why everybody's picking on her, especially Porsha. And, she meets up with Candy. She's just like, and they actually called, Eva out on her shade, but they called her out on her shade, in a very nice way, because usually these girls can get mean, especially if you're not owning up to what you're doing and you throwing shade and you acting like it's all good. Because, if Kenya, Phaedra, or what's her name, Sheree was there, there's no way Eva will be skeeting off as lightly as she is. God forbid with her grandfather, I hope everything works out, whatever. But she's skeeting off easily, because these girls would have been at her throat, and you know how they used to be. So this season, they're really lightweight. They're really being lightweight towards, Eva and her shade, because they can really go in. It's just like, damn. And then we got Candy making a negative a positive. The dungeon commercial, dungeon this. If you're making a negative a positive, then make a positive with Porsha and let it be. And then some people say, they're looking at Porsha like, oh, Porsha. When Porsha showed up to the airport, she hugged, and she reached out to Candy. It's because she don't want to deal with the bullshit. Porsha already knew that she was wrong. Porsha know that she fouled. She made a mistake with that whole situation with the dungeon, with drugs, and everything that she was running with from what Phaedra told her. Like, she's embarrassed about it. She wants to move forward. And who wants to be beefing with Candy? Who wants to be beefing, period? So, even though Candy was calling her fake, this is a fake shit, she don't really want to beef with you, yo. She really just wanted to be cool. She really just want a better relationship. She don't want to come to work and feeling all like somebody's going to attack me, or I got to get riled up for this person, because, she's doing other things too as well. And she's trying to get rid of that negative stereotype of her being violent or flying off the handle. And Candace just like, girl, you tried to destroy my career. You tore me down. I'm just like, so Candy is still in her feelings, and I ain't blaming Candy for being in her feelings, but if you're gonna be in your feelings, stay in your feelings. Don't say you forgive her. Don't reach out with an olive branch. Just be straight. Like, yo, listen, I want to talk to you. And then we got NeNe and Porsha making fun of, Candy, or how she behaves and how she acts. I guess Candy does got a friend. She got a friend with Eva. Other than that, I don't know what's going on. So, Candy and Eva, they meet up, and Candy's having her photo shoot. She's there with her husband. They, like, all dressed all, Candy's dressed all sexy, looking all good with her husband there, sitting there, whatever. And, Don Juan, he's there too as well, Mr. Instigator. So, they taking the pictures or whatever. And then Eva shows up. Eva's there, and Eva was like, you know what? You're really doing something good. But the skirt that Eva had on, she said it was swaglicious. No, baby, it was not swaglicious. It looked like you had on Kanye West clothes. Like, when you wear anything that you're going to trip off of and you don't got somebody holding it, it's a darn mess. It looked like she had bed sheets, all sewn together and put together as a dress. She was like, I'm swagalicious. Girl, you lied to us. But, Eva got a beautiful face, so, it's all good. And so, Candy was talking about her employing people and things like that. And that's wonderful that Candy's actually employing people, and that's a wonderful thing to do as well, to have the old lady gang restaurant have 2 or 3, and then having hundreds of employees, and then having employees or contractors from the candy coated, toy line and stuff like that. That's good. And she wants to up her game and actually promote more people and put out more jobs for people out there, Hey, what's up, Tanya Blog? How you doing? Hey, Joyce. Hey, how you doing, ladies? And so, she's, so she's in, Candy's doing a damn thing. And even though she has her plays, now she's having an infomercial, a commercial that she's shooting. And guess what? People are being employed. The cameraman, the actors and the actresses in the video is being employed. So she's doing a damn thing. She's not a bad person, but she was crossed. And she feels like, she got to take care of business. Like, she got to do something about it. Like, she's still upset because I think she really, I think she really feels that Porsha should have lost her job behind it. Not only that Phaedra should lose her job, Porsha should have lost her job too. And not having, the proper power to actually remove Porsha too as well. Thinking like, I've been on the show for a while. I did the Escape tour on Bravo. And you guys ain't gonna cut me no slack, because it seems like, Porsha's been trying, not Porsha, but, Candy's been trying to move away from, the Housewives in some sort of way, because she tried to have her own show. And it got canceled due to, Marlo behavior, because she was supposed to, have a show that was going to be on another station with Marlo and Funky Dineve and some other people. And that fell through because Marlo was acting like a queen. And now we got Candy on Big Celebrity Big Brother too as well. So she's trying to venture out and do other things as well too. So so she was like, I employ people doing this, doing that, or whatever. And so then they end up talking about Porsha, because Eva was like, I really think that, I develop a relationship with somebody that we're friends and everything. And then, they just flipped the switch on me. Like, they changed, like they start throwing shade at me and throwing me under the bus. And she's talking about Porsha. And she was like, yeah, it's Porsha. And then, Candy was like, I have to deal with her myself, girl. I have to deal with her myself. So it's just like, Eva was like, I thought me and Porsha was cool. And then she flipped the script on me and everything like that. And what's up, Peep Squad? And then actually like change on me, like throwing me under the bus with the situation with Cynthia when I was at the gym talking to Porsha. I thought it was a private conversation. But then she goes back and then she throws me under the bus at Tanya's party, talking about I don't own up to my shade, and basically tell everybody what I said about Cynthia. And so Candy was like, if you say anything to any one of these ladies, be prepared that everybody in the group is going to know. So whatever you say to somebody, be prepared to say it to somebody else, because it's going to get around. There's no type of confidentiality going on over here. I was like, don't you hate that shit when you tell somebody something, they go back and tell somebody else? I just be like, hey, what's up, Sagittarius Simmons? How you doing? Hey, what's up? Milo, stay tripping. It seems like, yeah, Milo. Yo, if I was Milo, I would be pissed. Yo, she didn't have her luggage in Tokyo. Now, imagine if her luggage was still in, like, United States. It was going to take 10 hours to get there. That's some bullshit. And the other bullshit is, you remember last season, I think it was last season on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that, Porsha couldn't go to she couldn't go to Shamia's wedding because of the flight to Africa was going to be too far, but yet she's on a plane to Africa and pregnant at the same damn time. So basically Porsha should have just said she didn't want to go to Shamia's wedding because she's on a plane now. She was like, I can't fly because I got this condition, that condition, I can't sit for a long time, but yet she was on her way to Tokyo for 10 freaking hours. Okay, Porsha, miss me with the bullshit. So we have that situation. And so, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, Eva has said some shit. Eva has been talking some shit. And I think Eva think that it's light and it's playful. It's nothing really serious. But, you know, everybody else is like, yo, when we take shots, like, we own up to it, or we stand into it. We stand in it. And it's like you're not standing in or owning what you're saying. And so, you know, Candy's just basically telling her, girl, you're going to have to deal with it one way or another. When somebody brings something up to you, you need to deal with it right then and there. Don't let it simmer. Don't let it marinate. Address it right then and there. And if you say something to somebody, all the other ladies are going to know. So just be aware. And basically they talk about Porsha flip-flopping and basically having a switch. One time she's really cool because Candy was like, yo, man, Porsha was really cool. Because, you know, Candy, you know, was helping Porsha out with the mother's play or whatever play that she was in and trying to, you know, support Porsha and her divorce and everything like that. And then all of a sudden it went negative. So that's what, you know, Candy's talking about. Then you got Eva talking about, well, we was cool, we was chilling. And all of a sudden, because in the beginning of the season, it seemed like Eva and Porsha was going to be cool, but then it just switched. And so, you know, Eva saying that you don't know what Porsha you're going to get because, you know, she's flipping. I think Porsha feels like, yo, if you're going to be throwing shade, the shade that you throwing at these women, I've been knowing these women for a long time. And when I throw shade, I got to own up to it. So you got to own up to it too. And plus, it's just part of the show, just part of entertainment for them to go back and forth at each other. So it is what it is. I was just like, damn. And Candy was happy that she had a partner to complain about Porsha. She had a partner that she can talk about Porsha to. I was just like, yeah. And so that was cute and everything. But Eva's feeling the heat, and you know Porsha, but also you know Candy told you know Eva, hey, listen. You have said some things and you have did some things that it seemed like shade, and it seems like you don't take accountability for it. So if it's light shade, if you're just joking and playing, you need to let it be known and stop throwing a rock and hiding your hand. Just be like, I was only joking. I was only playing because, you know, you need to stand into it. You just can't act like, oh, I'm innocent. Not on this show. Ain't nobody on this show innocent. And Candy's realizing that this season that ain't nobody on this show innocent. Not even herself. And so they're going to have to deal with the drama. And so then we get Porsha and we have NeNe. NeNe goes over there to Porsha's house or whatever. And Porsha was like, you know, girl, I didn't even wash my face. And NeNe was like, what? You didn't wash your face? What you mean you didn't wash your face? Because Porsha was like, I still got my makeup on from yesterday. I wonder if she watched that coochie coo, that la la la, that holla holla. So NeNe was like in a confessional, was like, I hate when she gets like to 6 or 7 months, she ain't gonna even be taking baths. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And then NeNe was like, is this dip from yesterday? Where's this dip from? Like, and so Porsha was like, no, it's not from yesterday. You know, it's today, it's fresh or whatever. So then we have Porsha talking about that she wants to let the rest of the girls know that she's pregnant because she has, you know, passed the safe time where she can actually tell people that she's pregnant, and she's actually going to go on a trip to Tokyo. She ain't worrying about Candy. They'll just be cordial. NeNe's in the confessional. They're going to be a bunch of fake bitches. They're going to be acting like they like each other, and they're going to, like, I hate you, you hate me, stay in your corner, and I stay in mine. I was like, NeNe. It's too funny. But NeNe ain't feeling it. NeNe ain't feeling the shit with Greg. Like, she's going through some things. No matter how much money she got, she's going through some things because you can't, it's really hard to express like how what you're being a caregiver and, you know, watching your partner sick over 20 years, you know, is basically weak now. And if you have complaints about it, people kind of don't understand it. Look at you like you a bad person because you talking about them. So, so we have that situation. And Porsha was like, you know, she don't care. She's going to go on a trip. She's going to stay. She hasn't talked to Candy. She's going to stay. She's going to stay in her lane, basically. And it's going to be what it's going to be. And then they talk about, And what else did she say? And then so NeNe brought up, NeNe tried to be funny, was like, you know, you're going to be sitting next to, you know, Candy. She was like, no, I ain't going to be sitting next to Candy. No, I ain't. I'm not going to be sitting next to her. I'm not going to be sitting next to her. And so we have that situation. NeNe was basically, then they just started making fun of Candy about how she acts like she's not bothered, like nothing's going on, like she's Miss Innocent, like she be faking the funk. I was like, NeNe, you ain't right for that. But you know, Porsha got to do it. That's just Porsha Stilo, straight up and down. Hey, what's up, Tia? How you doing? Eva needs to stop it. She did shade Cynthia Porsha Williams. Yeah, she did. Candy said the same thing about Eva, and the other woman said the same thing that Porsha said. A lot of people don't have a storyline. They don't have a storyline at all. Shamari DeVoice is getting Marlo together. Yes, she's doing. Joy said, amen to you, Tia. She's feeling what you saying. Porsha looks beautiful pregnant. She does. She's big in the back and she's big in the front. That's exactly what, you know, Cynthia said. She couldn't hide it for no longer because she's big in the front and she's big in the back. I was like, oh, shit. So, you know, what's her name? Candy's not coming off like the innocent role this season's not coming off. You know, it's not going to be pulled off, but she got a friend in Eva. And like I was saying earlier, like if Kenya was there, if Phaedra was there, and if the other girl was there, if they were there, there's no way that Eva will be getting away with the shade that she's doing. There's no way that she'll be getting away with it. Because you know they'll hold your feet to the fire like it ain't nobody's business. I don't even know why the chat won't come up on my phone for some reason. So, but, you know, Eva's trying to play innocent and it ain't happening. But they're being very easy. They're pussyfooting around the situation. Like, they're not going heavy at her. You know, maybe later on they will. But, you know, right now, NeNe has her foot on Tanya's neck. She ain't feeling Tanya like it ain't nobody's business. And so, I was just like, damn. And so, when NeNe said that they're both some fake bitches, they're going to be acting like they don't know each other. They just going to be going their separate ways. Like, I don't F with you and you don't F with me. I just thought that shit was so fun. I thought it was hilarious. So, you know, Porsha's going to let everybody know that she got that she's going to be having a baby. And we'll see what happens. And then they all get to the airport. Did you see all the luggage? Tanya has so much luggage. And NeNe has so much luggage. It was crazy. Marlo had a lot of luggage too as well. And so I was just like, damn. They had mad luggage. And I don't understand how everybody luggage made it except for Marlo. Is that karma? Is that karma? What's going on? You seen that Claudia Jordan was coming at Phaedra Parks, man. To be honest, I think Eva is boring. I think they should bring Phaedra Parks back, replace Eva. Now, I want to just see what more Eva's going to give. Let's see what's going to happen. But I want Phaedra back. I want Sheree back too as well. I want all the ladies back to see, just get the whole crew back together again, like they did last season, minus Kim, and keep on, you know, Shamar, keep Eva, and see how everything goes. But Kenya might be coming back. So we'll see how that works out. So they get to the airport. And you know, Porsha is being, you know, she's being nice. She hugs Candy and Candy's acting like, oh, look how fake she is. She just called me a bitch. Well, you called her names and you was coming at her. And she was set up at your party regardless. If you didn't set her up, Porsha, it looks like that. Hold on for 1 second. It looks like that regardless if you didn't set her up or not, but it looks like you did set her up. It looks because it was at your event. But Porsha's trying to move forward. Like, she ain't even trying to argue with you, Candy. Unless it's off camera, maybe she is, but on camera, she's just trying to be cool. She's just trying to live her best life. She's happy with Dennis right now. Her and Dennis are doing good right now. from what we see on TV, because we don't know what goes on in their personal life, but on TV right now they're doing good, and she's just trying to have a good time. And then it was like, you know, NeNe pulled up with Greg, and she wasn't really happy with Greg. She didn't even want to say goodbye to him. She just wanted to be on her merry motherfucking way. He was saying, you know, to the ladies goodbye, but they could have edited it, and he probably did say goodbye to NeNe and everything like that. But it was like NeNe couldn't get away fast enough. She was just trying to be out. She wasn't even trying to play no games and nothing. But these ladies, they all went in first class. That's what I'm talking about. And then when they arrive to Tokyo and they get on the bus or whatever, Marlo realized that she doesn't have her luggage. And I was like, damn, that is so messed up. You know how horrible that is to be in another country and not be able to, you know, they probably have the same thing that we have here because we get everything from China. But, you know, you don't know which place to go to or whatever. You know where to go in Atlanta to get your stuff. Imagine not having underwears, bras. Like, I need underwears. I need bras, you know. I need all that stuff. Like, her at least she still has some makeup, I guess, in her carry-on bag. But she didn't have anything. Like, how did everybody luggage make it except for hers? Now, that shade up and down. They was like, oh, she must got some diamonds. She must got some jewelry in there. Let me take what she got. I was just like, yo, this is just crazy. I was like, you know, it's just crazy. She didn't have her shit, and then she gets on the van, the bus or whatever, and everybody was like, oh, this is a nice bus. And Marlo is still throwing shade at Cynthia, talking about Cynthia learn from Eva. She knows how to really throw a trip, you know what I mean? Because they all got sweets, that nice bus they was on. Candy was like, I want to sit alone, and Eva was like, I want to sit alone too as well. So I was just like, okay, I feel you. Then Marlo and Porsha sit together, and Marlo's flopping her ponytail around. Porsha was like, you hit me with that ponytail again, I'm going to take that weave off. And they're all looking at Marlo's ponytail. Marlo's just pissed. She was like, don't touch my hair. Like, Marlo is feeling a certain type of way. Like, she's just like, damn. Like, her luggage is gone. I like Shamari, too. I think she's nice. I think she's a good addition. And I think they should bring them back. I do like them, too. I think Candy did set her up. It's a strange when they came in the party. Your staff came at them over there. Your staff kicked her out. Yeah, that was shady. It was shady mess. Oh, it was funny when NeNe said, oh, you better stop talking bad, Porsha, because your baby's going to be shady boots. Your baby's going to come out pinching people and being all messy or whatever. So I thought that was cute and everything. And I thought it was cute, too, that, you know, Porsha already got a bed for the baby. She was like, it ain't even walking yet. It ain't even got toenails yet. I thought that was cute, too, as well. You can see that she's in a happy place, that she don't want to go back and forth with Candy. And she knows that what she did to Candy is wrong. And it's like, damn, you know, sometimes it's hard for people to forgive. And right now, you know, Candy acts like she's forgiven, but maybe there's some Candy has not forgave, you know, Porsha. That's just what it is. She hasn't forgave her. NeNe hasn't forgave Tanya for the sunglasses comment. And plus, they don't have a storyline too as well. But NeNe is fed up with Greg. You know, he has a bag or whatever that's used for his bowel movements. You know how, even though there's a nurse, imagine sleeping in the same bed. Like, that's hard and difficult to deal with. You know what I mean? And then they're probably not having sex either because he's sick. So she's sexually frustrated too as well. And then on top of that, you know, she didn't want it to be like this towards, you know, the later years in their life or whatever. And then you know, anything could happen where he's not going to be around, or, you know, he's sick, you know, so it's a lot on her part. And then Greg just being upset. So when they get to the restaurant, I'm not eating no shit. I look at NeNe's face. NeNe was like, that shit is nasty. Like, some of that food on that table would have been gone. Like, it's a multicultural, it's fine, but I got to know what I'm putting in my mouth and putting in my body. I'm going to be digesting because, you know, Candy was like, I gotta go somewhere and find me some food. Candy was not happy to eat, and it was cracking on Candy being not happy to eat the food. And so then now we get into the conversation where, you know, Eva wants to bring up, like, you know, I know there's been some issues or whatever, and I want to start off with you, Porsha. Like, Eva, you keep putting your foot in your mouth. You got to just let bygones be bygones. And so Porsha was like, yo, you shaded her. You was talking about her or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you shaded Cynthia. You shaded Cynthia. You was talking about her. And what was wrong with, like, pointing out that you was doing something wrong? If I consistently see you with this behavior pattern, like, I'm going to bring it out to you. Maybe, you know, Porsha could have told her on a DL, say, hey, listen, don't talk about the other girls. Because, you know, me and Cynthia are cool. Or maybe say in front of the girls, because it is shade. Because you're acting like you don't shade nobody. You don't do nothing wrong. Especially when we came down to the peach thing. You know, Eva didn't own up to the peach thing when she passed the peach to Shamar, and basically she said, I was just passing the peach because I thought we just passed the peach, but not saying that she actually passed the peach because she felt like Shamar needed a makeover, when clearly she did, because she compared her clothing to Candy and she said Candy outfit was better or whatever. So we have that situation, and then there's other things that, you know, Eva has did too as well. And so she was like, I'm just addressing it. And Eva is not taking it. She didn't even take it in the inside, like, oh yeah, I did do that. She don't think that she did anything wrong. So she thinks she can go around poking fun and making fun of people and think it's cool. But she need to say that I'm just joking. I'm only playing around. I'm just kidding. Or when somebody address her about the situation, she can either say, I'm sorry you took it that way, but I was only playing. It was just light shade. It was just fun. But then, you know, she doesn't do that. She's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong to anybody. And that's what she did at Tanya's house. And that's why, you know, Porsha, you know, was like, hey, you know what? I've dealt with enough fakeness on this show. You're not going to come on here and be fake and skate and get away with murder, because I did not get away with shit when I was on this show. I was held to the fire. Any funny thing that I said, if the Underground Railroad, any pronunciations, I can't even say pronunciations. I can't even say it. Any pronunciations, I'm not even saying it right. Anything that I had pronounced and people did not like it, they got on top of me. Like, they got on top of her because she didn't want to go to the strip club. Anything that Porsha did, all the girls, you know, came after her. All the girls came after her. So she was like, so I think Porsha feels like, you know, I've been on the show for a while. I'm a fan favorite. So like, you doing what you doing, I gotta say what I need to say. So we have that situation. Cynthia was like, you said that. And then so Marla was like, yep, she did. She needs to own up to it. And so Cynthia was like, oh, Marla, why don't you say what you said? And Marla was like, Cynthia was like, Marla, why don't you say what you said? Well, you know, she talks mad crap. Like, she laughs and grin in front of your face and then talk behind your back, and she'll talk about you, but the next time that Eva sees you, she's all friendly with you, she's all nice. For instance, with Shamia, she dogged Shamia out, and it even seemed like she was kind of had some colorism towards, you know, Shamia, basically your black friend, that black friend of yours, you know, she's shady, she this and that. But then the next day that she seen her at Cynthia's, at the Bailey barbecue, she was all cool with her. She was all nice to her. She wanted to pass her food, pass her this and that. But yet she was dissing her. And you know, Marla was like, yeah, you talk about me like a dog, but when you see me, you cool with me. Well, she said, you talk about me like a cat. You talk about me like a kitty cat. Like you. And then, so Eva was like, what does kitty cat mean? That means like a dog. So, pronunciations. Candy Bro's dead, forgiven, and she said we are going to move on and not bring it up. Yep, and she didn't forgive, but she's not talking about the situation, but she's still coming at Porsha. Anything that she can get on Porsha, she's gonna use it. And then it's like, damn, you gotta forgive her. Now you're making money off of the situation with the dungeon and all that other stuff. You're making money. Eva is trying to have a problem with Porsha for no reason. Porsha did not do anything wrong to Eva. I feel you, Tia. And so, only thing, you know, if I have a conversation with somebody, I don't want them to repeat my conversation. Like, if we have a conversation, I don't want it to be repeated, because I don't repeat people's conversation. I don't like repeating people's conversations. But they're on a TV show, so it's not really repeating. You can just watch the damn show and see what she said. I don't know if Eva thought that this was a private conversation when she was shading Cynthia, but how's she gonna shade Cynthia when Porsha knows Cynthia longer and you're just the new girl on the block? You know what I mean? So, anyways, you know, Eva didn't own up to the situation with, you know, even talking about people, like, you know, being nice in front of their face and talking to them behind their back. And then the same thing, like, you invite NeNe to your wedding and you want her to speak, but yet she's not invited to your bachelorette party, so you want to make it up and take her to Tokyo. Okay, cool. Nice storyline. They in Tokyo. But at least Eva got them all sweets. They ain't got to fight over rooms. They ain't got to do this over rooms. They ain't got to do nothing over rooms. So that's cool. That's great. And but I think Eva's just, I don't think Eva was on Next Top Model. I don't think Eva knew like how critical people were going to be of her, and how she couldn't really, and what she says about people would take it the wrong way. I think she thought that everybody has, you know, thick skin. It was gonna be all good. I'm just gonna come in and be the newbie. You know, this is the second season. It's not gonna be that bad. It's gonna be cool. You know, these girls are cool with me. They're my friends, and I can say whatever because everybody likes me. You know, I get along. I'm the it girl or whatever. And she didn't think that these girls are gonna be like, nah, I'm not feeling you. Because even when she talked to Candy, Candy was like, yo, listen, you have your reputation is you throw rocks and you hide your hands, and like you talk about people, but then next time you see them, you're cool with them. And it's like she didn't even catch on what Candy was trying to tell her. She said that she did get it, and she told Don Juan she got it, and Candy told her a lesson. But Don Juan was like, you're gonna need a whole life for this show, for these ladies. So moving on from that, we have Porsha. She plans, you know, to let the ladies know that she was pregnant. So, you know, she let the ladies know that she was pregnant, and Tokyo language or whatever language they speak. And boom, she let the ladies know that she was pregnant. Candy was happy for her. And I know at that moment, Candy realized, oh shit, Ty was saying she was drinking at the party. Oh shit, this woman is pregnant. So she wasn't drinking, and she hasn't been drinking. So me saying that, she came at them girls, and you know how Porsha is, like she's ready to fight. She ain't trying to fight because she's pregnant, and she ain't drinking because she's pregnant. So she's not going to fly off their hand. I think that's when it clicked. You know, I don't know when she found, but on camera it says she found out, you know, on this episode that she was pregnant or whatever. I think all that shit clicked, and Candy was just like, I'm happy that she's pregnant. She's been trying for a long time to be pregnant, and I'm glad that she's pregnant. But I think it clicked, like, you know, whatever she said about Porsha is going to kind of make her and Todd look bad, because Porsha was pregnant the whole time and she didn't know, and it was a surprise to her. So I think, you know, I think Candy's just like, it's not going to look right, you know. But she didn't know that she was pregnant. And so basically Marlo don't have nothing. She don't have nothing to get ready with. Marlo gets on Eva back, and she's carrying her. They fall, they hit the floor. So it seems like everything was cool, but everything was lightweight at the conversation. Like they didn't really devour or get deep into details about, you know, Eva's behavior and how pointing out it, because it doesn't seem like Eva gets it. She's gonna just say, okay, no, I don't see it like that. She's gonna make an excuse for it. So I think they just like let it slide. So you ladies might be right. Eva might not be on the show next season. I have no idea if she's gonna be on the show. She doesn't bring that much to the show, but I think she wants to, but she has a husband is going to be running for governor. So, but she said to Candy that she can bring out Eva the Diva. So let's see Eva the Diva. Let's see you own your shit. Let's see you stand in it. When you don't like what Marlo says, when you don't like what Porsha says, when you don't like what somebody says or does, to stand in it and just like defend yourself too as well, and not try to brush it off like, oh, I don't mean it like that. No, it's not like that. But at least, you know, Eva is cool with Tanya, and Tanya's actually a very flamboyant personality, and she's very, you know, down to earth, and she's cool, she's sassy, and she's Miss Know-It-All too. So, you know, she's cool. She's Miss Know-It-All, and her fashions are on point. She be dressing like she knows how to dress. Marlo looked good in that airport too as well. Even though she didn't have her luggage, she didn't have her shit, she looked good. But, you know, it is what it is. And so now they get a tour guide. The tour guide comes through, was like, you ladies better be on time. Then NeNe was throwing all types of shade, talking about all the ladies are late, they're never on time. And they was pointing out when Porsha was late, when Candy was late. I agree with you. I don't think Eva brings anything to the show because her husband is a politician. But this is not the right show for her. You're correct. Yeah, you're correct. Correct about, yeah, it's not the right show because we want to see something. We want to see something. Yes, Joyce, I'm so happy that Shamar is shown as on the season. Yeah, I think Shamar's cool. Shamari, I think she's cool. I like her so far. And she's honest, and she's not afraid, and she told her business so you couldn't use it against her, about her threesome, about her open marriage. And she was like, me. Even though I was like, you need to chill out and tell them all, like, let's get it all in the open. If you're going to roast me. Then on top of that, she's not afraid to speak her mind. She owns what she says. She'll address the situation. At first, she started off not like that. And then she just realized these women are petty, so I got to be petty right with them. They come at me, I'm going to come at them. And I think she's actually somebody that you could actually be cool with. Like, you can talk on the phone with. Somebody's going to actually be real. She's not going to fake the funk with you. You know what I mean? Like, she had her, even though she spent like what, a couple of $1,000s on a cake, but her house is regular degla. She has a nice regular house. She, like, you know, she just had the twins, and she didn't have like the greatest childhood too as well. And she had some ups and downs, and she's like real about it. Like, she didn't try to hide none of her shit, and she just acting normal. Even though her husband is telling her, keep your mouth closed, stop running your mouth, and then she can sing too as well. So when she killed Candy in the singing contest, that we all knew Shamar was gonna win. We all knew she was gonna win. Candy knew she was gonna win. If I was Candy, I would have just been like, I ain't even doing it. So the tour guide tells them, hey, listen, be ready. And NeNe was like, these girls are never early. They're always late, blah, blah, blah. This is just a running theme of them being late. They're just, NeNe was throwing so much shots and her confessionals, talking all her shit about everybody being 4 hours late, shutting the door on people. And NeNe, her ass was late. NeNe, Marlo, and Shamar was late. What's her name? Marlo had a reason to be late. She was like, you bitches didn't offer me no toothbrush. I didn't have no bra, no underwears. That's shady. So that tells you they don't give a fuck about Marlo. They know she didn't have nobody offered her anything, nothing. Well, it was funny when Marlo shaded them in the restaurant when they first arrived to Tokyo. She said to them, I can't walk. My feet hurt. I need to put on some sandals or some flaps like you ladies. Because, you know, Marlo's always in heels. And she's just, you know, talking shit about them because they're always wearing flats and shit. They always wearing regular shoes. You know, Marlo got to throw her shade. So, yeah, they didn't offer her nothing. So she was late. And NeNe was late, too. NeNe was like, I couldn't get my wig right. And NeNe was like, I couldn't get my wig right. I thought somebody was going to come and do my wig. Who's going to do your wig in Tokyo? They got people in Tokyo do wigs, do lace fronts. They should, right? Why not? So, who's gonna do NeNe's lace front? So, anyways, I'm just thinking who's gonna do her lace front. You guys know who's gonna do NeNe's lace front? He did say he does owe the IRS. Yeah, he said that on the Breakfast Club. Thank you, Joyce. Me too, Tia. She needs to get better because she needs that check. Yes, Ronnie DeVoe did say that. Plus, it's a lot of people who owes the IRS or owes somebody. Nobody's perfect. I am like Belle Dib DeVoe is not doing good. Shoot, they're touring. Yeah, they're doing good. Yeah, they're touring. They're doing great too as well. Yep. Somebody owes somebody. Ain't nobody perfect, yo. Nobody's perfect, especially if you're in a tax bracket where, you know, you got to pay back taxes and you got to pay a whole lot back and you got 2 kids. That's why I think, you know, Shamar wants to go back to work, and she was saying that she wants to go back to work. She wants to start making money. She wants to start doing her own things now. She wants to contribute to as well, because right now everything is on Ronnie. And then then she's in conflict because she wants one of the parents home with the twins, because growing up she didn't have her mother around because her mother had to work 2 jobs to survive. So maybe she might be going back to work, but she is working. She's on the show, but I guess, you know, as part of the storyline, or maybe she needs some, maybe they need additional income too as well, because it ain't nothing cheap. Even though they're in Atlanta, it ain't cheap. So NeNe ass was late. She's upset because Greg didn't call her back. When he finally called her back, he was, you know, being rude and disrespectful. NeNe didn't want to hear shit about, you know, Eva's grandfather being sick, having a heart attack. She was like, shit, I need somebody to pray for me because she's mad at Greg. She's going through some things. NeNe's not really herself this season at all. And then on top of that, you know, they don't give a shit about Eva, what she's going through. I feel bad for Eva, especially when Eva shared the story that her father, you know, was a craftsman. And then his father was a slave, and his father was a slave back in the Jim Crow time, back in all that racism and stuff like that. I'm glad she did bring that up, because a lot of people don't know about Jim Crow laws, conquer and divide, separate, and all that other stuff. So, you know, she brought that up. And that was nice. And her grandfather has to do not resuscitate. And they did resuscitate him. But, you know, they're going to take him off the breathing tube. And so possibly he's going to pass away. So it is what it is with that situation. Marlo's pissed because nobody helped her out. Her wig looked terrible. Everybody was pointing out that her wig looked terrible. They was late. They don't give a shit about that tour guide person. But it seems like the next episode, they're going to leave NeNe. They're going to leave the queen bee. You know NeNe is going to be pissed, girls. She's going to be pissed. She is going to be pissed. They done left. Next episode, they're going to leave NeNe. NeNe's going to be pissed than a mother sucker. She's going to be upset. They got her nerve to leave her. And so, you know, we have that situation. And NeNe was like, you know, she was kind of like pissed off. You know, Eve was really sad because, you know, of her grandfather and she might be leaving. And, you know, Cynthia's just like, Cynthia don't really got nothing to say. And Marlo is just like, Marlo's just pissed this episode. She's pissed she don't got her shit. She can't really shade nobody. She don't feel comfortable talking junk or anything because, you know, she's on a trip. She would shade and she would talk shit. She don't feel good about anything. And she's just really upset. So they get to, you know, the temple. They're at the temple. They're telling the fortune. They're getting their fortune told read. But when they went to Africa and they got their fortune read to them or whatever by the psychic, you know, Candice was on point. She was going to have a baby and she was going to get married, and she did. Her fortune told her that she was going to, you know, be fruitful and business, and she's going to make capital and blase and the third. She was good. And I believe Tanya was like, you know, you're going to get married or you're going to marry somebody or you're going to be wedded soon or whatever. And then NeNe was like, maybe you're going to be married to somebody else. You never know. That might be another guy. That might be somebody else around. And then Marlo seconded that too as well. And Tanya was just like, what? Why would NeNe say that about Paul? Why would NeNe say that about, you know, Tanya's man, unless like she knows something about them, or she's just being shady because of the sunglasses and because she's just feeling like she needs to take her anger out on somebody or be shady to somebody because Greg done pissed her off early in the morning before she got onto the tour bus because he was talking crap to her because they were supposed to say goodbye or goodnight to each other when they travel and when they are apart. So now they get back to the table or whatever, and, you know, Eva shading the girls because, you know, Shamar was like, yo, they have any fried something? They have any fried sushi? They got anything fried? And then Eva was like, I done brought you guys from Atlanta to Tokyo so you can get the real, you know, food, and you thinking like you want some you want catfish fried in a basket. I was like, Eva, anything's better than eating sushi. You know, I know a lot of people love sushi, but I can't eat raw food. I can't do it. I can't eat raw octopus. I can't eat none of that raw shit. You guys are wildin'. So he was throwing shit. Was like, I brought you guys from Atlanta to Tokyo, and you still want that Atlanta sushi that's fried in a basket. I was like, Eva, now that's shade. I was like, Eva, why you dissing him like that? But Shamar does need to help him. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so. You know, and then if her mother's retired, I think her mother could put more work in. And they do have family members that are actually, you know, their nannies or whatever. It's nothing wrong with being independent. I am proud of Shamar divorce. She was making a lot of money before she had kids, but she got pregnant and she had to slow down. You're right. At least they're not in LA because I heard California. Oh yeah, California's super expensive. I hear it all the time. California's super, super, super duper expensive. Yeah, she wants to get back to making that money. And if they're owing taxes, you know, finance has a lot to do with a relationship too as well. It can bring like a lot of animosity to a relationship too as well. So it'll be good if she does get back to work and, you know, help support the family too as well. So they won't have that type of headache and that type of pressure put on one person because it's a lot, especially today. This is 2019. Ain't shit cheap. Ain't you going in them stores and talking about things are $1. Ain't shit in that store $1. Ain't nothing $1 in dollar store because what? There's 10-cent taxes. There's 9-cent taxes. There's taxes on everything. So maybe wildin'. Yeah, she better get back to work. Her mother's retired. She want to be around her grandkids. So Eva done shaded them about their Atlanta sushi. And I don't know how the conversation comes up, but it comes up. And they talked about, you know, Porsha. They was asking Porsha, would she like to get married, you know, while she's preggo or whatever, you know. And it was like, you know, I have a friend that got pregnant and she got married when she was like fully term, and it was beautiful. She looked beautiful. Then they was like, oh, you know, and then that's when, you know, Tanya was like, the rings, Paul knows rings, you know, he put these beautiful rings together, this and that, and blase and a third. And then and then I believe NeNe came out. NeNe said something about oh, then Porsha said, are you guys married or are you guys not married or whatever? Because, you know, Paul said you guys were married. So I was like, maybe you guys are secretly married. That don't make any sense. And then I guess, you know, somehow it just went left. Especially was questioning her about her being engaged for like 3 years, and if she's really married to Paul, and if Paul's really a good choice to be married to, or should she find somebody else? And that's when, you know, NeNe was saying something at the end of the table, or something was coming from the end of the table. And that's when, you know, Tanya was like, you know what, what's up with you if you wish I marry Paul or not, if there's somebody else with me and Paul? Like, why would you even say that? Why would you even bring that up? Because, you know, at the temple you said something about, oh, maybe there's another man coming, maybe Paul ain't the one, or maybe there's somebody else coming through. And so, you know, Tanya felt a certain type of way, like, yo, what's your issue with me and Paul? What, you don't want me to marry Paul? What, you don't like Paul? What is the issue with you with Paul? And then NeNe was like, I don't got an issue with Paul. I don't give a fuck about Paul. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care if these guys get married or not. It don't mind me. It don't mean me nothing. I'm happy. I don't care. I'm happy if you're single. I'm happy if you're married. It don't make me no difference. I don't think about you and I don't think about Paul. I ain't worried about Paul. And Tanya is like in her confessionals, like, yo, what's going on? Like, NeNe calls me. We talk all the time. We cool and everything. And it's like, you know, then they brought up NeNe saying something about, you know, her being engaged to, you know, Tanya, like in the playbacks, Tanya being engaged for like 3 years or whatever. And like, and NeNe said, well, if he wanted to marry you, he would have really married you. You know, he would have married you like year 2 instead of waiting till now. Like, and so, you know, Tanya was like, I don't care if we're together or not. I don't care. No, Tanya was like, I don't care if we're married. He's my life partner. We don't have anything on a piece of paper that's saying that we married. And NeNe was like, I don't care. I know what love is. I've been married for 20 years. And, you know, so don't worry about it. You know, I guess NeNe was saying like she was trying to make a joke. It was a bad joke or something at the temple. But, you know, why is NeNe coming for Tanya? And why is NeNe coming for Paul? Because that's the third time. She said something at the table. She said something at the temple. And she said something at Cynthia Bailey's barbecue about Paul. But then in private, when she's talking to Tanya, she said, you don't have to rush to get married. Take your time to get married. So what is NeNe Leakes, you know, problem with Paul? Like, what is the issue? Like, why don't she like Paul for Tanya? What the fortune teller told them, I wanted to go to the fortune teller, but people said something when people be lying. Nothing is cheap. You got to pay your taxes, so you won't owe the IRS, but something not the people's fault. It's your accountant's fault, or somebody could be stealing your money. Yes, that is very true. I don't know what's up with NeNe and Tanya. Like she don't like Paul. Is Paul cheating? Does Paul got somebody else? Is NeNe attracted to Paul? Because why doesn't it seem like now that NeNe's pointing out things with Paul and Tanya's relationship? I don't know. Because I think Tanya said, you know, we'll be together to the end. And then I guess NeNe said to the end, she's like, you mean to the end? To the end? Something like that with the end. Like, because Tanya said the end or to the end. And NeNe was like, you mean the end? You sure about that? Like, basically, are you sure about to the end? And so Tanya was like, yo, what is your question? What is your problem about the situation? Like, you shaded me at the temple, so what is it? And NeNe's not saying anything. I don't know if NeNe is filled with emotions with Greg and dealing with that situation, and then have to film with these ladies when she got a husband at home that is driving her crazy. And basically she feels, I don't know what's up with NeNe, but NeNe don't seem like herself at all. She don't seem like herself, point blank, period. And next episode, they're going to leave NeNe because she was late. NeNe's going to be on one. She's going to be on one serious. I think Tanya said to the end, NeNe. And then NeNe said something, oh, you're right? You sure to the end? Or something like that. And Tanya was like, yo, what's your problem? You shaded me at the temple. I'm like, yo. I don't know what NeNe's problem is. Did NeNe do this with Cynthia and Uncle Ben? Or NeNe really still mad at her about the comment about the sunglasses? I feel Tanya, take your time. That's what NeNe said personally to her, but then out in public, she's not saying it. I think NeNe is jealous of Tanya because she does not need to show, but NeNe Leakes do, and this show made her famous. NeNe Leakes, you've been married and divorced and married again, and you stole somebody's husband. Greg was married when we met him. Keep your legs close to married men. Like you said, Paul don't have nothing to do with this. Yeah, I don't know why she act like she knows something about Paul, that Paul did something, that Paul, you know, like she knows some information on Paul, like Paul was out here shady and Paul was doing something terrible. I have no idea. But I don't know why she's taking it out on Tanya. And you could be right, because Tanya is shining. Like, her fashion is nice. She's dressed nice. She has a nice house and everything. Even though, you know, NeNe shaded her closet. You know, Tanya has a nice house. She's in a nice relationship or whatever. Even though she's not married. I don't know. I just think NeNe's under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And I think Tanya's her scapegoat, because I think she wanted Tanya maybe to be more close to her and Tanya to support her more. And by Tanya, you know, shading her sunglasses, NeNe feels a certain type of way because it's on national TV. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. She feels a certain type of way because she ain't coming at nobody else awkward. She's coming at Tanya awkward. She ain't coming at Candy. She ain't coming at Marlo. She ain't coming at Porsha. She ain't coming at nobody at all. She ain't coming at nobody but Tanya. All the other ladies are having their little riff or whatever. And yeah, like you said, Shamara, she has to step up more and make her presence known. She got to do something to be outlandish. Like, she's going to have to bring the heat. She's going to have to bring the drama in order for her to stay too as well. And I would think, it seems like Eva and Candy kind of got a little bit of a relationship. And they're not really showing Candy's relationship with Shamar, because you think Shamar and Candy should be more closer but they did spend time last episode together too as well, because Candy did ask Shamar to star in her play or be in her commercial or her video thing of the dungeon or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Next episode seems like it's gonna be a little bit more interesting, but I guess they gotta get down to the nitty gritty, because NeNe's not a happy camper. She's not feeling too good about herself on this season. Like, she's not herself either. And I don't know. There's something up with her. Seems like she's tired of this shit. Me neither. I do not want nothing wrong. I'm trying to tell you, girl. People make it seem like if you're married, you're better, or you got a better relationship. That doesn't mean anything. It's just a piece of paper, because the divorce rate is up. It's more people getting divorced than getting married. True. I added the getting married part. Or did... what's up? Hey, what's up? King Gucci's in the building. Squad Games in the building. King Gucci's in the building. How you doing? I don't know if I said Happy New Year's to you, but Happy New Year's. Please hit that like button. Peep Squad, my peeps, my peoples, please hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's good to see you, King Gucci, 2 days in a row. Feeling the love straight up and down. Tanya and NeNe only see one of her closets. She got another closet in that house. And she got another house. Yep. Yeah, she got a house in San Francisco. Right? Yes, Joyce. Nothing is a dollar. Nothing's a dollar. Tia, I don't know why they still got 99-cent stores. There's nothing in that 99-cent. Nothing. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed that. Because I'd be like, you call yourself a dollar store, the 99-cent store, and nothing in there 99 cents. Amen. It's just a piece of paper. Yeah, people try to make you feel bad or feel down because you're not married. Or you have to be married. You have to have kids. They put you up to these pedestals and these things that you have to live up to. There's some people that have been together for years. It is a piece of paper. Only thing with the piece of paper that helps you, if the person dies, you know, you get to collect their Social Security benefits, or you get to collect whatever they have because you are married to them and you have first dibs at it, especially if you built things together and you was together for 20 or 30 years. That protects you too as well. They do have common law marriage or whatever, but some states, the family members of your deceased partner can come in and take things from you, or their children and things like that. So that, you know, the marriage certificate protects you in that type of situation, especially like if, you know, you needed to pull the plug. Maybe you don't want the plug pulled. Maybe you do want the plug pulled. The family will have the rights to have the plug pulled or not, and you don't have any say because you don't have, you don't have that certificate. But there's plenty of people that are happy married. There's plenty of people that are happy, that have been together for years and they never got married. Because there's a lot of people that don't like to deal with the court system. They don't like to deal with the government. They have wills and they have things, different things like that. But like Social Security benefits and stuff like that, other people can come and claim that if you are actually not legally married. Tanya has been bringing it with the... I know I told you in the beginning of the episode, Tanya's been bringing it. Marlo, Fashion Marlo, I thought you was the fashion girl. You are not bringing it. I think Marlo's been bringing the fashion. I can't say that. But Tanya has a different class with the fashion. She wears the fashion a different way. And plus, Tanya is, you know, she's lighter than Marlo too as well. So so now you have where, you know, some people think, oh, she looks like a classy next to kind of like, you know, Caucasian woman. Then Marlo's the black girl from the hood. And Marlo's clothes are expensive, but I think Marlo is more thicker and Tanya's more slimmer. And I think that's what makes it look a lot different because, you know, Marlo's not fat, but she got the big boobs and she got the big booty. And Tanya is kind of slim with a small waist, small butt, small breast. So the clothes look differently on her. But her fashion has been on point. I have pointed it out every single time, especially last episode. But last episode, Marlo in that pink dress, she came through in that pink dress. That pink dress Marlo had on, she killed it. But Tanya is thinner and she comes from a different background, so the clothes look a lot different on her than it does Marlo. And I believe it's because of the body structure. Now, if it was Marlo like 7 years ago, there's no way that anybody could come in and take Marlo's shine. But Marlo's much healthy now. Very, very healthy in her clothes. So you can't really see the design and the prints on certain things that she wear. That's what it looks like. But when she had on that pink dress, she was snatching that pink dress last episode. I think, you know, I made the big picture. I was like, damn. But Tanya has a little bit of more class than Marlo. And that's what makes her look a lot different. A lot better. It's some people who's been together for years and forever and they never get married. At least when you don't get married, nobody wants to try to steal your money or take your money. I'm lost on that one. Because when some people get divorced, people want to take everything. Oh, okay, so I get what you're saying now. So no one can take from you because you're not married. I got you. Yes, and the South, they got common law marriage. Yep, they do. Some states up here, they do have common law marriage. Yes, Tia. That's why people should leave behind a will. They should. Some people do and some people don't. Like, they try to say Michael Jackson didn't have a will. Try to say Prince didn't have a will, but that's all fugazi. I think Tanya dressed way better than NeNe Leakes, and NeNe probably jealous because she's still... I think you're right on that one. That could be right. She's taking her shine. No, she does dress better than her. But it has to do with the body structure too as well. Sometimes there's been some episode where NeNe did outshine everybody. But Tanya's always shining. She's always shining. But Tia, you funny for that one. You funny for that one. You're probably right because why she shade her closet like that? Why she shade her closet? I don't think Tanya is trying to take NeNe's shine. They can all shine. I don't think she's trying to take it either. She just has a bubbly, bright personality. And, you know, she doesn't try to, you know, stick nails or thorns in anybody or try to call people out or throw shade. She's just trying to have fun. Like, hey, I'm on this show. I'm chilling. I like to dress. This is what I like to look like. This is what I like to wear. She's like that type of person. I think Marlo brought the fashions back in. I think Marlo brought the fashions back in the day. Most of her outfits this season I did not like. The pink dress There's a couple of videos I put on, but the pink dress last episode, she outdid everybody, in my opinion. I don't think I got anything to do with the body types, as Marlo is the one that's always shading everybody's fashion. No, Marlo's always, but I think the clothes look a lot better on what's her name, Tanya, because like she's more slimmer, and in my opinion. With Marlo, seems like the clothes are just bulged up on her sometimes, and you can't really see the designs of the outfits and how they really fitting her body, because sometimes they're either too tight or too small sometimes, when it's probably the perfect size, but she's a lot thicker than what she used to be. She's a lot, like, her breasts are huger than before, and her butt is huge before. Back in the day, her outfits was like on point. I like that pink dress. That pink dress, I wanted that pink dress. Shit, that's a Valentine's Day dress right there. Alright, how long is this video? Alright, we did an hour. I think I'm going to come back tonight and just talk about, I'm going to log off here and just come back and just talk about whatever, because I don't have to work tomorrow because the streets are covered in ice. Everything's in ice. I mean ice. It's like a skating ring in my backyard, in front of the house. All I need is ice skates. I almost busted my ass today. So I'm going to log off. Peace, my peeps, my peoples. Please hit that like button. Peep Squad in the building. We're going to come right back on in about 5 or 10 minutes. About 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Peace, one love. I like the pink dress too. What was you about to say, Tia? I don't got to work tomorrow, so I'm just like, I'm chilling. There's so many news stories about R. Kelly that I wonder if you guys know about him, because it's just crazy. So peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, King Gucci. And that's it. That's it. So I thank all of y'all. And Tanya Vlog, thank you too as well. Thank you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius in the building. I love Sagittarius. So peace. I'm out. One love. I feel you. Marlo taught NeNe how to dress. That's true.